the concept of eating intuitively comes up often. It's like, and I truly believe that we could or should be eating intuitively, but I recognize that life does not help that in any way. It's very difficult. And my thing has always been, I've always said, like, people used to be able to eat without overeating before. Even when let's say things become available as food, there's a tendency to stop when you're full, when you are satiated, when you've had enough. And we can often leave what we consider intuitive, so the feeling, like the internal ability to discern when you're hungry versus when you're satiated, right? And you would think that we can get there. And I do have hope that everyone can learn the skills to eat a little bit more intuitively. But the unfortunate thing is that food is always ever available. It's on your screens. There's enticing. There's marketing behind it. There's so much social impact. The many social events are centered around feasting per se. So it might be troublesome to try to eat how you feel. But what you'll notice is as you're making changes to your nutrition, your physical activity, you'll start having a better sense, right? You'll eat a little bit more intuitively. Whether we get to the point where you're eating totally intuitively, that's my hope for everybody. But again, that all depends on what life is around you. Like, what's it like? Do you have a lot of influences? Do you have a lot of temptation, if you want to call it that? Do we have the opportunities to make the right choices? If we don't, it's tough to be intuitive, and you almost have to continue to do some sort of tracking, some self-monitoring, some level of cognitive restraint, right? So it's important to consider that. And again, I would love everyone to eat intuitive. I would love for people to know, okay, I've had enough. I no longer feel hungry. I'm not stuffed, but I got a good level of satiety here. I know how much I can eat, when I can eat it. That would be ideal, because at some point that's the way we operated. Now, back in many thousands of years ago, sometimes we didn't have the option because food just wasn't available, and you had to work hard to go find your next meal. Some people might consider that eating intuitively, but the idea is that you're connected to your body. You're able to feel when you should eat, when you've eaten enough, and discern the differences of different signals that might not be hunger and might be confused as hunger. So here's our goal. We're moving towards being able to eat intuitively.